Well, geez, I hope it's streaming on the right one, and I hope nothing screws up majorly. I'm gonna make sure to see how this is going.
What are you naming your stream?
Just TikTok Creator League. Nothing too fancy. Nothing too fancy. We're about to see how it sounds. Holy golly gee, I hope it sounds good. Because if it doesn't, I'm going to be very upset. Speak.
I am here.
God damn, I gotta shorten the camera.
Oh, damn. I need to.
That camera is way too into the.
I am here.
I might turn down the. Might turn you down a little bit.
All right. I also need to fix my for that, which should be a great idea. Not gambling.
Alright, that sounds fine. That sounds just fine.
No branded content.
You got a strategy coming into this?
Um, no,
No? Just gonna
I just
play?
kind of planned on talking about football. What we were going to do for the league,
You know
any
what's,
other leagues we might be a part of.
you know what's fucked up?
What?
I meant to go get me a drink, but I spent so much time trying to find this wallpaper. I'm showing the stream. I got the it's my favorite piece of I don't want to call it art,
Art. Okay.
but the reason I don't want to call it art is cuz it's from Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
It's the scene
that's fair.
where it's the scene where he officially takes the leap of faith.
Yeah,
I love that picture so where he's falling into the city or falling up into the city, you know what I mean?
yeah. That I mean, it is a pretty good picture. I'll give it that.
Yeah. And for I don't know, just for me it speaks volumes, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I love that picture to be honest. So
I just me and the lady have just been laying around watching movies all day, and we were going
yeah,
back and forth on who picks what movie. And right before I hopped on, I picked Into the Spider Verse because I'd been wanting to watch it, and she's never seen it.
choice.
Because I just got her into superhero movies,
Yeah, I
and
remember you saying that on the pod one episode.
yeah,
Hey, there goes my camera.
I forget which one it was, but uh, you know, Spider Man's my second favorite superhero, so probably my favorite. But
I was gonna say, didn't you say Gambit was your favorite?
Gambit's my favorite X Men. Favorite X Men doesn't really like Red Hood is probably my favorite DC character, but he's not my favorite comic book character. You know what I mean?
You're talking the Arrow person, Red Hood.
No, that's just Red Arrow. Red Hood is Jason Todd. Oh shit! Probably should turn that on. See how that looks. Actually, so I have some lighting in this bitch. Jason Todd. Oh, don't ever do that again. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, but no, she really, really, really enjoyed it, and we're gonna watch Across the Spider Verse tomorrow.
Yeah,
And
got
then
you.
hopefully when
Give
Beyond,
me one quick second to listen to this.
go ahead.
Sorry. Okay, it's extremely quiet. Okay, cool. You're good now.
But hopefully when Beyond comes out, she'll be down to go watch it because I cannot wait for Beyond to come out.
Yeah. Try this again. I'm gonna start recording, and you can talk too.
Are you recording a video or are you streaming?
I'm just recording right now to see what my stream would sound like.
Got you, got you, got you.
That way I don't have to test stream and try and figure that out. I could just go into it having it somewhat prepared.
Yeah, I spent the last hour pretty much testing what the volumes would sound like, and then in OBS it was real echoey, the audio, and I was like, God damn it, what am I doing? But I had an output capture on top of a display capture, so they were just
Yeah,
the audios
that'll
were
yeah,
overlaid on top of each other. So I was like,
that'll do it to you. Yeah, I'm only running a display capture and a video capture so I can virtual cam myself into Discord. But as far as the audio goes, I'm just audio mixer, standard desktop audio, which will pump out Discord, and then my mic, which will have me in it.
I don't know if you're watching this as a video, people in my streamer, if you're watching the stream. Red Light Homies new episode comes out tomorrow.
Yes, it does.
We did a little tier list of some cheeky sodas. If you've never listened to Red Light Homies, I try to say it at the end of every video. Comes out every Monday, noon, with my boy Z up here.
Yeah, I'm out here. What's up? What it do?
What it do? It's your boy.
It's your homie.
Oh, if you're asking where can I find it, since I got a little time.
Well, I'm still
Let me just show
trying to figure out how to fucking stream because I don't do that.
It's right here. It's right here. Yeah, don't. Right? The thumbnails, some of them are good, some of them are awful, but I promise you the content's good. The content is good. Have you checked the views of the shorts?
Not recently, no.
They have not been doing good.
Oh, okay.
At least on YouTube. On TikTok. TikTok loves us right now. And we actually got a comment that said, hey, y'all speaking facts, but I fuck with SpongeBob heavy. I was like, fair.
I did see that comment. I actually got notified when they posted it, I guess.
I said fair.
I was like, yeah, I was like, fair. I do also fuck with SpongeBob, at least from the older SpongeBob, but I just couldn't bring myself to watch him again.
I will say, so today the Titans played their last preseason game against the Saints.
I saw a little bit of that.
We got that dub. We got that big old W. Right? And one thing that came out of it, though, was Jeff Simmons, full pads, walking out the tunnel. And before every single game, he'd walk out with Derrick Henry. Have you seen this clip?
No.
So today he was walking out and he turned and he was like, ah, shit. And the camera guy was like, what? He was like, my dog's not here, dude. It's first time I'm walking out by myself.
Damn, that's sad.
And Derrick Henry retweeted it and I was like, God damn it. And then, dude, I saw someone comment like, oh, that just means we have to bring him to the Ravens. I was like, you will not take him from me. You will not do that.
Get him, buddy. Get him. Come on, Ravens. Let's get it. Yeah, I got to get my shit now. Are you running camera on your stream?
Yeah.
Let me start streaming first. That'd probably be a great idea, you know. Yeah, here now. Let's get it.
I got a Titans towel back there. I know you can't see me, but the stream can see me. I don't have a lot of Titans gear. I'm trying to get some, but I'm broke. Shit costs money.
Oh, could you not get the camera to work on Discord while also being on stream?
Yeah, no.
Ah, that's shitty. Let me grab my Ravens merch here.
See, I have a plan, right, chat? I have a plan. Chat, video, whatever you want to call yourselves. I have a plan, but I'm keeping that close to my chest because
All right, I'm back in this bitch.
Yo, I'm talking about my plan, right?
All right.
I've been thinking about, unleashing the plan, seeing what I can do, or like talking about what I'm going to draft, who I'm going to draft, who I'm thinking about. But I don't know which one of these sneaky ass little cunts are going to hop in the stream and be like, oh, he wants this person. Then again, the stream's stupid delayed, but you're right here in real time. And
also, there's 16 people in this league. If it's not one person, it will probably be one of the other 15.
Probably. Probably.
But I don't know if you can see me here, Jack. But I've got, for one, I've got Old Joe Burrow or Joe Flacco. Sorry, my fault. I will never do that again. Joe Flacco
You
card.
said it. That was probably the worst Joe you could have picked.
Yeah. And then I got my good old main man Ray Lewis signed picture.
I remember when
Yeah.
you showed me that. I don't think it was on a podcast, but you showed me that, and I got stupid heated, and I offered you money
Yeah.
for it because Ray Lewis is one of my top 5 favorite players of all time.
Same. That's why I bought that for one. Okay, when I worked at FedEx, there was this place I would go to. It's called Brady's Print Shop.
Hmm.
The coolest motherfuckers in Sparta, Tennessee, bro.
Yeah,
Like free shout out, like coolest dudes.
prop that up on
The
your
man.
laundry basket. By the way, I don't mean to interrupt, but why not?
Okay, cool. If it stays, if it doesn't, I hope it stays. But as I was saying, coolest motherfucker in Sparta, and he was like, "Hey, I'm getting some new stuff in, and I know you like the Ravens. I'm pretty sure one of them is a signed picture, like with a certificate of authenticity." And I was like, "For real?" And he was like,
Real shit.
"Yeah, you like it?" I was like, fuck yeah, how much?" He was like, "I gotta check some prices, but probably by the time you're back tomorrow, I'll have that for you." And I was like, "Okay, bet." He pulls up. I pull up the next day at work, of course, and he's like, "All right, I got it. The prices are somewhere around $350. And I was like, He'd be like, "For you, I'll do 200." And I was like,
Bet.
oh, bet.
See, that's worth it
I
in
was
my
like, "Give me
eyes.
like 2 weeks, and I
Non
got it."
non-sports fans will talk about like, $250 for a thing you just hang on your wall. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think when I actually came back to buy it a few weeks later, he lowered it down to 200, and I was just like, I think after taxes like 225, and I was so fucking happy.
Yeah, I think the coolest thing I ever did around like sports, professional athletes, is some Titans players came down to my practice field one time. Cannot remember.
Really?
I cannot remember who all was there because it was when I was a pee wee player, which is 6 and 7 years old.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I brought up to my mom a little bit ago. I was like, "Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna let my kid play full contact football at 6 years old." She was like, "Why? You want them to grow up and be a little pussy?" And I was like, "Okay, let's calm down for a second. No, I don't want their brains to be fucking tofu pudding by the time they're
Hey,
10 years
look,
old."
football's a lot safer sport now than it is when we played it,
It definitely is. It's still
and
not safe.
especially when it was 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, no, dude. I told this story, I think, on the podcast, but people better hop in. The draft is about to start, and I'm not changing the time. Um, but what was I gonna say? People back in like the 60s and 70s, when it was offensive linemen, you were taught to punch and then headbutt the defensive lineman.
Hmm.
Yeah, which a lot of the guys now can't remember their kids or they're dead. Like,
Yeah, that'll happen.
oh,
Oh, we've got some people in right now. I can see
yeah, we got
Rudo,
first
what it
two
do?
picks. We got you.
Beside McGee, see Diesel T.
Oh, A side McGee. That is
Yeah.
the 60,000 TikTok person that you saw following us.
Oh,
Yo, what's good?
yo, what it do?
How are we doing?
Chilling.
Gotta adjust my camera again. How's your day been, brother?
Yeah, pretty good. How about yours?
I've been watching movies all fucking day, doing nothing.
Hey, it's not a bad day if you got the time to do it. You watch any college football yesterday?
Dude. Z, did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Dude, Florida State lost to Georgia Tech. It's nasty.
Ain't no way.
Word.
Hey, man, I made a TikTok predicting that Georgia Tech's got a good team this year. They brought back pretty much their entire O-line. They got two great Hayneses, Jamal Haynes, Haynes King at quarterback. That's a good offense.
Dude, I didn't get the hype on Florida State. I didn't understand why they were top 10. And everybody's like, "Oh, DJU's going to turn a corner." They've been saying that
No,
for
it's
2-3
not.
years now.
The corner is going to be into the unemployment line. Like DJU, great guy, seems like a good person. Unless he's going abroad, he ain't playing professional football. Like, he's a
Oh,
first
sorry.
round talent with undrafted free agent levels of execution, lower than undrafted free agent levels of execution. Like if he could put it even slightly together as a passer, someone would take a swing on him day two. But
See, I see him as a little bit, not a little bit. I'll say a little bit more than a little bit more than Malik Willis, if that makes sense.
he's a bigger Malik Willis or he's a less athletic Joe Milton. He's somewhere in there.
Exactly.
Think you know how bad a less athletic Joe Milton is being a Tennessee fan.
Dude, shit. Going from Hendon Hooker to the absolute roller coaster of Joe Milton last year, and then of course we'll see what Nico does. That shit was so annoying.
Of course. I knew that was going to happen.
CMC off the board, first pick. I'm guessing Tyreek Hill right here. I'm guessing Tyreek Hill.
This is now the second draft I've done today where CMC was the first pick.
It's not a bad
And that
pick.
can't shock you.
It's just about injuries, and he's been pretty healthy in San Fran.
And both of them were 16-man drafts.
How many do we have in this one, Jackie?
We got
16.
16. Ooh.
Yeah, so you better draft well. Some people are going to be stuck with shit quarterbacks. Who's going to draft dimes? Someone's going to have to draft dimes.
No, there's 16 better quarterbacks than Daniel Jones. Come on now.
There are a lot better quarterbacks.
There are 32 better than Daniel Jones, if we're being honest.
What's the over-under on how many weeks it's going to take for Drew Lock to take over in New York?
I thought Drew Lock was hurt. I'd have to ask Tristan, but
Oh, did he get hurt?
he got hurt. I don't know how bad it was, but he definitely went down with some lower body thing. It's Tommy DeVito and Daniel Jones week one.
Hey, we fucks with Tommy DeVito. Dude, 10 years from now, our kids are going to be asking us how good was Tommy DeVito's run last season.
Well, he scored 10 points and won a game, so I'm willing to say maybe not that good. Maybe he was just playing crap teams that had a good defense.
Maybe. But we'll
Maybe.
build it up. Do you know anything about Tommy DeVito, Z?
Nope. I know about Danny DeVito.
Okay.
Similar play style. Similar play style.
Similar build, similar play style.
Okay.
No, dude, you have to look up a highlight tape of Tommy DeVito. It's the greatest thing in the world. The most
I will do it right here on
Italian-
screen, bro.
The most Italian quarterback to ever set foot. Oh, look,
Tyreek Hill. Yeah.
Tyreek Hill right off the board.
Mm,
Man, this shit gonna be hard.
You'd be all right. Be all right.
there's
See, my
10
last
minutes
draft was
to
with people that didn't really care, so I did get a good lineup being second to last pick, but oh my gosh.
See,
I gotta go get my phone charged. This is gonna take a minute.
Ooh, my phone is about to die.
I might reduce the time.
It seems like there's still quite a few people that aren't in here yet. I want to answer this question like super sarcastically.
Load up, load up, load up. Watch it all fall down. Put up, put up. That might kick me out. I don't know. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got what? Call for a roll call in the little chat.
I would not be opposed. I don't know if you can change it mid draft to speeding it up to like 1 minute a pick.
I might do 1 minute. I might not do 1 minute. I'll probably do 1 minute later in the draft. but I might drop
Early
it to
rounds,
130.
no issue with 2, but round 6 onward,
And a first pick.
Josh
Oh.
Allen.
Josh Allen on auto pick is nasty. I know they were talking about it in the chat like last week, saying, "Why are all the quarterbacks set to be drafted first?"
It's
No.
the rules you said. I've never seen a draft where quarterbacks were suggested first picks.
I do not understand some of these rankings. Like, I get why Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen are up there. I cannot understand CJ Stroud and Jalen Hurts being above Lamar Jackson.
Especially Jalen Hurts. Like,
Maybe the tush push pads it. I don't know what you made the scoring for quarterback rushing, but I feel like they're going to tush push less because Hurts got hurt doing it last year, and they have Saquon Barkley.
Oh yeah, no. For tush push strictly, I think I put 10 points of first down for just for the tush push. No, I don't get like Jalen Hurts didn't even do phenomenal last year, especially not over Lamar. And even like, why is Anthony
Lamar's got
Richardson?
Derrick Henry. Like that, I'm trying to make sense of it. Maybe they think he's going to carry the ball way less, default to Henry in the running game, but still.
Maybe. Z, you're up in about 30 seconds.
I'm ready for it.
But it's like Anthony Richardson over Jordan Love. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we? I get it might be potential, but come on. I don't.
It's wild. He's going to get Patrick Mahomes off of an auto pick too.
Is he actually
He's still a good pick for a fantasy league.
first round though?
Not first round, but he's still good for fantasy. But I already know who I want, so go.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
see.
I like that pick. I like it.
You like that pick?
I
I'm gonna
like it
rust
because
the fuck
I
out
like
of
it because I'm drafting after him. He left good players on the board.
him.
I could say Amon-Ra St. Brown has never done me dirty on a draft, so
Maybe, but I think that's a bit of a reach. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I can 100 out of like the last 3 years I've done fantasy. He's always been one of my top scorers.
Heart of the cards, right? Heart of the cards.
Yes, absolutely.
Honestly, if I had to pick someone who's going to be a top 20 player and not get hurt, Amon-Ra would be pretty high up on that list.
Hey,
He's
listen.
going to get a ton of catches, going to get a decent amount of yards.
Jared Goff is gonna be launching that thing to him.
They draft anyone this year? Is it just going to be him and Jameson Williams at wide receiver?
Did they draft? I'm not sure. And you also do they still got Khalif? I got a special place for Khalif Raymond in my heart, just for the stuff he did with the Titans.
Don't know if they do. If they do, he is not getting more than 10 targets, I'd imagine.
Let's take a look at. They also got that third option is probably still Sam Laporta. I horrifically misspelled that. Holy shit. Who they got a receiver? They got DPJ. When did they get DPJ? Donovan Peoples-Jones?
Peoples-Jones.
Yeah.
Cleveland legend.
Khalif Raymond's there. Then you got Sam Laporta. And then, oh my God, I'm so scared of Tom Kennedy. I can't wait to see what Tom Kennedy is going to do for the Detroit Lions. Oh my God, he is white. Holy shit. This,
His name is Tom Kennedy. What did you think?
brother, he should be running for office. What is he doing catching passes from Jared
Is there a
Goff?
relation to JFK or RFK?
Probably. He looks like it. Square head, strong chin. Why are all the quarterbacks going?
Because the fucking rules you set or something. I've never seen. It's only been after you set all those extra rules is when I saw quarterbacks up there in the draft.
CJ Stroud 6th overall is nefarious.
See, Stroud has been the sleeper in a couple of my leagues. People are like, there's a couple quarterbacks. I think CJ is going to be in MVP conversations this season. He was last season, so that's not an extremely hot take. But
I don't know how many of the TikToks have made their way across your For You page. I'm not as high on CJ. I think he's going to do well, but the expectation is going to be the Texans have a top 3 offense with him. He throws for close to 5,000 yards. And you look at what they were last year, I just don't see that happening. We'll probably get better, but.
Especially, I know Tank Dell and Nico, they both had some injury problems last season. And then he just got an old Stephon Diggs throwing too.
I think they also got shot this offseason, which can't help.
Who got shot? I forgot about that.
I believe it was Tank Dell. I know it was someone in the AFC South.
They got to do that. Brian Robinson. They got to come out to mini men now. CeeDee Lamb number 7. I get the upside, but you don't know what's going on with that contract.
Currently.
And didn't he retweet Jerry Jones with Jerry Jones talking about like, oh, it's not necessary. Like we don't have to be quick to get him a deal.
I think that holdout lasts about 1 week into the season. The Cowboys go and get smoked by somebody week 1. When Brandon Cooks gets targeted 20 times, Jerry Jones finally opens the change purse.
Please, Dak can't do it. Please, CD. Anything. Oh, they play the Browns week 1. Ooh. They don't got CD. I don't know about that. Bijan.
They don't got Tyron Smith anymore. They might be in trouble.
I was thinking about Bijan. I got Bijan in my family draft. And I had him last year.
Yeah, my thought is Marvin Harrison 14th overall. That seems really high. Goodness. But no, I was thinking that Bijan is probably going to get a lot more red zone touches, and it's going to be a run-first offense in Atlanta because Kirk's coming off that Achilles.
Oh yeah, no. The Falcons have already said like, yeah, what Arthur Smith was doing is just not acceptable, and I respect that because it's not.
That's why I'm not really high on Kyle Pitts. Like I'm sure he's going to get more targets, but I don't see him being the hero of anybody's fantasy team. He's not going for 1,000 yards again.
There we go.
That might just be the hater in me talking.
We got Jamar Chase. Oh, I meant to ask you, how do you feel about you got JJ going down, and then what's going on with that Jordan Addison injury?
Are you live streaming? Because I'll tell you my actual opinions if you're not.
I am live streaming.
Okay.
There are 2 of us are live
I
streaming.
want to
so.
stress test my ceiling fan. I'll say that diplomatically.
Listen, just no slurs, okay?
Yeah, it's not slur related. It is jumping off tall things related. But the thing with Addison and Rashee Rice, I think they should both be suspended.
Absolutely.
They won't be, but I think they should be. I don't understand why the NFL has not suspended either of them yet, particularly with Jazz doing the thing after Kyrie Jackson gets murdered by a drunk driver.
Did you hear about the Rashee Rice situation, Z?
No. Well, I've heard a little bit.
Yeah, wasn't he was street racing, right?
He was street racing with a friend. I think
No, I didn't hear that. No.
He got in a wreck. It got caught on camera, and then he fled the scene. And then they found a bag of pot in his car. So it has not been said a bunch about him. The guy making the inference he was high behind the wheel, street racing, wrecked, and fled the scene so he wouldn't get drug tested.
Well,
which he's not been suspended yet for.
And the
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it's probably going to come up there pretty soon.
Well, it's been 4 months.
And the NFL's like, Now, if he was gambling,
Really, I've seen them suspend for less.
Yeah, no. If he was gambling, it'd be over. They'd have his ass on the grill right now. And people really try to argue, well, integrity of the league. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shouldn't be cursing so much, but my God. Like, I get you have to punish gambling, but when it comes down to gambling and someone dragging their wife across their apartment and smashing her face in the cupboard because she overcooked some fucking lasagna, and they're like,
That'll do it.
4 games. 4 games. What?
Yeah, I'm kind of the same minds. I think you should get a pretty big suspension if you're gambling on NFL games because integrity of the league, but you should get an equally, if not greater, suspension for nefarious activities.
Yeah, I don't even think people are mad about the suspension towards people gambling. I think it's just the fact that they give so much of a fuck about that, but not about anything else regarding the integrity of their players.
That was funny. Jonte Porter, if you're familiar, brother of Michael Porter in the NBA.
Hold on, pause. He physically drafted Jalen Hurts 13th overall.
Aggressive.
I think I'm going to draft my quarterback. I'm just saying that. If we're doing this, I'm getting my quarterback.
Brock Purdy's looking real appetizing to
It's
me.
insane that in my head I was like, I'm going to get Brock Purdy. And you just out loud were like, Brock Purdy.
There's no
yeah.
way you're reaching that far for Brock Purdy.
Fuck no. But Jahmyr Gibbs.
Actually, you're the back, so you'd have to either get him with one of these two picks or wait a while.
We're going Saquon, and then who do I want? Baker Mayfield. I'll probably get Baker. Probably get Baker. Nah, hey,
He's going to run the risk in drafting Tua.
hey, y'all know me. I'm getting Will Levis. You already know. No.
It's feeling like a Michael Penix year.
It's feeling like a Michael Penix year. You got that right.
How much faith do you have in Kirk Cousins' lower body? Not much.
You know what, Z?
Wow.
You
Okay.
know what, Z?
I'll just let him get his third concussion.
Oh, good luck with that, Tua.
Oh
And then
my
fourth.
God, dude. I forgot about that game. I completely blocked the game where he looked like a corpse trying to move.
That motherfucker died on the field. You're like, I want to draft him.
I completely forgot about that. Holy shit.
Well, fuck, Tua probably forgot about it too.
Yeah.
Probably. Hey, Tua, you know what happened last against whoever? Who? Huh? What was that? I don't know, man. 3 months out of the season. It's kind of out of my memory. No, the Titans play the Dolphins week like 4, I think, in Miami, and I cannot wait for dude,
Josh
what?
Jacobs.
I was expecting Josh to be there in like round 8. And I was gonna be like, that's gonna be a steal. Second round? You fucking kidding me?
The Packers don't have a good offensive line.
No, they don't. And Bach left, didn't he? I know he played like 3 games in the past 5 seasons, but Bach's gone, ain't he?
He is. Where did he sign? I don't think he went to the Titans. I think he may have gone to the South.
Did he actually? He didn't. He for sure didn't go to the Titans.
I might be thinking of someone else. Bakhtiari is kind of faded from my mind as years have gone because he didn't play much last year either, did he?
He hasn't been signed.
Oh, well, there you go. Tennessee, pick up the phone. How are the Titans going to be this year?
I'm probably gonna have a video about it. What? Video out about it this week. From the reps the offensive line got in the preseason, which I know it's just the preseason. It's against not great, but from the reps the offensive line was getting in the preseason, it gives me confidence that they're going to be better. I'm not sure how much better. J.C. Latham still has to grow. Or has a lot of growing to do, I should say.
I'd say develop. That man's big enough as is.
Yeah, and he has the proper coach to do it, so I have confidence in that. I think we should be around 8 to 10 wins. I doubt we're going to get to 10, but I think that is the absolute ceiling.
Yeah, my thoughts on that are the secondary's not great to my knowledge. I could be wrong. The front seven's always going to be good with Jeffrey Simmons there, but
Yeah, and we dodged that Arden Key suspension. Thank God.
I kind of feel like you're going to get air-rated, and then Will Levis is going to pass the ball more than you'd like a second-year quarterback to. But
Maybe.
it comes down to if he's good or not. Hey, look, Joe Burrow's still there.
And I would say he has the weapons, but D-Hop is gone for the first damn near half of the season now. You still got Calvin Ridley and Tyler Boyd there, Traylon Burks, Nick Westbrook-Akine, but come on, dude. There we go.
Sam
going,
Laporta,
Missy?
first tight end off the board.
I wanted Sam Laporta too. It's gonna suck. Devon A-Chain, killer for me last year. Killer pickup in the waivers last year.
Damn, I just noticed that. Fuck. Screw it.
Isaiah Pacheco. Drake
Gotta have-
London. Drake London. Was he really that high up? Drake? Drake?
The number one wide receiver left available is Malik Neighbors.
Oh, and he's got
Perhaps I've waited too long.
He's got dimes thrown to him. I don't know. There's a couple. Of course, there's two I'm looking at that are rookies. But, yeah, I don't think I want to draft a receiver if dimes is thrown to him.
That's kind of my stance on every rookie quarterback or every rookie wide receiver. Like, none of them are in amazing situations besides maybe Marvin.
Yo, you got to sell me in Rashad White. Is he really that guy? Like, I've seen him be drafted so high in so many leagues.
Don't ask me, man. I don't think the Buccaneers are that good. Rashad White is valuable from a fantasy standpoint because he's going to catch balls out of the backfield from Baker, and he's probably going to go unchallenged in the backfield at least the first half of the season. But he's not that good. Like, the volume may get him fantasy value, but I've never been a fan of his. So I'm not doing a good job of selling you on him.
Dude, I've never, every time I see him get picked high, I'm like, really? Are we really doing that? Yeah,
They
there's a
came
couple.
back up to me a little
A
too
little bit
fast
of a
there.
run on receivers there. All right.
Malik Neighbor. Broad Sports got himself a little squad. It's a bunch of auto picks, but Allen, Olave, and Neighbors. You know, did you really pick A-Rich after I was just shitting on him for so long?
Gotta be real. I was so focused on 8 different things that I was not paying attention to that.
Caleb Williams.
There goes the nail painter. He paints his nails. Can't be a good quarterback. Can't be a leader of men. He paints his goddamn nails. What is that? What is that? What is he thinking?
Michael Pittman, come on down.
MPJ. Not awful. Who's the backup in Indy?
Flacco.
Ah,
That
there
is
you
the
go.
reason I picked him. Because at some point, Anthony Richardson is going to get banged up. Joe Flacco's going to come in and just force feed it to Michael Pittman.
I know we said this earlier, but this was before you hopped in the chat. But I do have a Joe Flacco playing card or card.
There you go. Is that the Ravens Flacco?
It was the Ravens Flacco, the best Flacco, of course.
I don't know, man. For 3 games last year, he's kind of cooking on the Browns.
The Browns is a shit team, anyways.
that last little bit, yeah, where everybody was like, "Oh, he could go into the playoffs. He could turn into the Joe Flacco of 2012."
Joe Flacco from 2012 wasn't even that good.
No, he was still
That
pretty
Ravens
young,
defense
wasn't he?
was still nuts. He was young
Yeah.
enough to be the highest paid quarterback ever at the time. And then just nothing after that.
Yeah, absolutely nothing outside of a playoff game every couple of years, where you're like, "Man, this guy can actually play," and then gets to the regular season, you're like, "Oh, he's Eli Manning. He's okay."
Soon to be first ballot Hall of Famer, Eli Manning.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, I'm so sick of hearing about that. Dude, I don't know if I told you this. I got flamed because there was a tweet that said, "How many first ballot Hall of Famers do you see?" It was Russell Wilson, Cam Newton, Matt Ryan, Big Ben, Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning, and I think one more guy, and I said none of them. They're like, "What do you mean? Eli has 2 rings." None of them. I said what I said. I meant what I said.
Fair statement, I guess, but
I hate
2 rings is kind of a good argument.
Yeah, but the rest was so like Eli was so mid. Like the playoffs, he'd rise. You could ask, Tristan about it.
Tristan has given up arguing about Eli Manning with me. I think we're both in the same spot where, yeah, without the 2 rings, he definitely wouldn't be in, even if he is a top 10 passing yards leader of all time. But the 2 rings happen, so he's getting in. My one hope is he just doesn't go first ballot.
I think he's absolutely getting in, like for sure. But
Mhm.
just in my book, he'll never be a Hall of Famer. And
Well,
even like people are
being
trying
a
to
bitch.
argue, people are trying to argue Cam Newton with me. You know how weak Cam Newton? Well, he had one MVP season. Sure. How does that make you a Hall of Famer?
He peaked super high. That's about it. He had a very good rookie year, very good 4 year stretch after that, though. Just not enough production. Like, if you get playing close to that level, the level he did as a rookie, he'd definitely be in the Hall, but he kind of broke down and TJ Watt destroyed his shoulder. So, Ben Roethlisberger is probably a Hall of Famer. Like, leaving aside moral duplicity and how much of a scumbag he is, 2 time Super Bowl champion, long career, pretty consistently a top 10 points, a top 5 quarterback. Ben probably gets him.
I do
Yeah.
know Roethlisberger had a pretty good track record there. So
I mean, you're a Ravens fan. You saw plenty of him.
yeah,
Plenty of that big ass running over Ravens players. Him and you could say the same about Philip Rivers, probably getting in. He doesn't have the rings, and it's probably going to take a little bit, but Phil's probably going to get in. But just none of them. None
And
of
Phil's
them.
better than Eli Manning in a vacuum, but
Yes.
Eli Manning wouldn't get in a vacuum. Without those 2 rings, Phil's not going anywhere. Without an MVP or at least 1 ring, Phil's not getting in. I say that the Hall of Fame is super quarterback biased, so eventually.
you know, I was looking at it, still didn't register that it was you picking Jack, but I was like, oh, DK Metcalf, somebody got him.
Yeah. And now I'm coming clean. I'm looking at receivers. Looking at Tay. I'm gonna be honest, I'm looking at Zay Flowers.
You should get.
How unhappy is George Pickens in Pittsburgh? Is he still pissed off about that situation?
He's been pissed off since he got drafted. I don't know if it can tell you.
He was
He's
pissed
a wide
off.
receiver.
He was pissed off as soon as his name was called. Golly.
Get Jerry Judy.
I should get Jerry Judy? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There you have Cortland Sutton.
I don't feel good about that. I'm going to be honest. I don't feel good about that. I just wanted him.
This is reminding me a little bit of last year when you drafted, was it Chris Okonkwo in the 4th round?
Chiggy? Yeah.
Jig, there you go.
And he burned the fuck out of me.
Who could have told you that?
Shut the fuck. Dude, as soon as I drafted Chig, just in the chat, oh, we got a little homer. Of course he'd pick Chig. First year I did this, the first round I picked Derrick Henry. And everybody was like, oh, Jack picks the Titans player. Holy shit. I'm like, I'm not that guy. Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Shut the fuck
Well,
up.
the Jig Okonkwo pick kind of,
Yeah, Chig
I don't know
Okonkwo.
what to describe that as besides homerism.
Listen, okay, my thought process was Ryan Tannehill loves the tight ends. Chig has a Delaney Walker comparison. Delaney was putting up numbers when he was in Tennessee. I felt like it was going to be a breakout year, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and I could be wrong. Delaney Walker's great years did not coincide with Derrick Henry's great years because Delaney could not run block to save his life, so you wouldn't really put him on the field when you're going to pound the ball 30 times with the King.
Yeah, no, Derrick officially showed up Delaney's last year, and even then Delaney was hurt all year that year. So
Yeah, what can you expect?
I think Delaney Walker's best years from like 2013 to 2016, maybe 17.
Also, since I've got you, I've got some gripes to settle with you. Back 3 years ago, maybe, it's been a while, I was getting flamed by you for saying Ryan Tannehill was trash.
Damn,
And
motherfucker.
here
holds a
we are.
grudge.
Here we are in the year of
Okay.
our Lord 2024. Ryan Tannehill has the same
Okay,
job
Hold on.
as the rest of us. He's
Let's-
unemployed in
Time
the
out.
NFL.
Time out.
Wait,
First,
can we just talk about how long you had onto this grudge?
I was about to say, it's been 3 years. A lot changes in 3 years.
Hey, Ryan Tannehill was not good 3 years ago.
Yes,
No, he
he
was not.
was. What are you talking about? We can have
I mean,
this
he was
argument
so
right
good.
now.
He was in the NFL. He was on a team which made the conference championship by not passing the ball.
In the
Mark
playoffs.
Andrews,
In the
Kyle Pitts,
playoffs.
Dak.
In the playoffs, they didn't throw the ball. In the playoffs.
Yeah, I know,
they-
but Derrick Henry doesn't lead the NFL in carries if you've got a particularly competent quarterback.
Well,
Like, you spare the legs if you can, in my opinion.
well,
Granted,
again,
Vrabel's a head case, so who knows?
my argument always comes down to when people are like, "Oh, well, Derrick Henry had the most carries in the league." Yeah, but you still had AJ Brown had over 1,000 yards that season. Corey Davis had like 980 yards that season, and I think our third receiver had like 800. They were still throwing the ball. That offense was extremely efficient. That's why Arthur Smith got the job in Atlanta. Was because Derrick Henry was the motor, and that was my main argument for why he was the best back in the league for so long. But it's not like Ryan Tannehill was sitting back there and just doing absolutely nothing. He was cooking with A.J. Brown and Corey Davis, and I forget who our tight end was at that time. Who was
I do not remember who post Walker pre Chicky was.
Motherfucker,
Either.
dude.
It wasn't Austin Hooper got there a while. Austin Hooper was there like 2 years ago, so it wasn't Austin Hooper.
I remember the Austin Hooper Milwaukee Cox debates.
Dude, I was so happy when we got Austin Hooper and it just didn't work. I wanted Brock Bowers. God damn.
I wanted Zay Flowers, but look where we are.
Who is going to draft TJ Hawkinson and have him not play until November?
I was about to ask you.
I almost
that's-
did that in the last league.
Dude, that's the second time because as you said that, I have it pulled up currently. I have TJ Hawkinson's player card pulled up.
I did that earlier.
Oh, that's another part of the Minnesota circus. There goes Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram, all right.
Hawk not having a good recovery from Kirby Joseph blowing out his knee has not been a pleasant process to watch.
I could do the funniest thing and draft Chig with my next pick.
Hawkinson was out in week 16 last year?
I think it was earlier than that because they played the Lions twice late. I think it was around week 12, week 13 he went down. But it was
Wait. Paul, it did not register with me. Bo Nix.
Wait,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Bo Nix. What
He's
are
been
we
saying-
talking about?
He's been saying Bo Nix in the chat for like the last 2 weeks.
Is that the same guy?
Yes.
Oh my God. What are
Who
we
are these
talking about?
animals, Jackie? Who did you bring me into a league with?
Oh, and he got Hawkinson.
Hey, yo, I just wanted easy competition, all right?
I guess, yeah.
That is
Bo Nix and TJ Hawkinson back to back. And they got DJ Moore, who's going to have a regression. I'm calling it right now.
they've got the guy who's not going to be playing in November because he's benched, and the guy who's not going to be playing in November because his knee's still a size for watermelon. What a guy! This is a high IQ individual. I need to get him on the podcast.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
Bring him, talk some ball. He obviously knows what he's doing.
He knows more than us.
Yo, so tell me, what do you see in Bo Nix? What's going on there? He's probably going to get Troy Franklin next pick. Bet on it.
Oh.
There goes T-Law.
You know, in relation to the last podcast episode, bet on it. On it.
Bet
Go ahead
on
and
it,
stack
bet
T.
on
Higgins
it.
and Joe Burrow. That doesn't seem
I
like
almost
that.
did pick T. Higgins, but he did me dirty last season, so I just didn't.
Is he finally over bitching about not getting traded? I'm
Yeah,
guessing
now
he is.
Jamar Chase is holding out, so
You know, hometown pride, you know, Knoxville gang up, but you know,
They're gonna keep Jamar Chase. I don't see Jamar Chase leaving.
oh, certainly. I mean, it's his fourth year, and he's still on his rookie contract. Like, we're not in player option or anything like that. He should play.
No,
I'm-
and they're
I'm a
not
big player
Getting,
empowerment guy, but he should play.
they're not getting rid of Joe's guy. They're not pissing off their quarterback. It is Cincinnati. We do got to remember, cheap bastards. But
oh, I think my buddy will have some words with you for that one.
big
If there's
Bengals
an
fan?
owner who will
Oh,
follow
huge
through on the
Bengals
whole-
fan. This dude has a Joe Burrow shrine.
I mean, if he's a Bengals fan, he knows how cheap, I believe Mike Brown's his name, the owner is. Like, if You got CeeDee Lamb, you got Brandon Ayuk, and you got Jamar Chase holding out. If there's an owner cheap enough to let their guy hold out into the season and just not pay him, it's the Bengals guy.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
Do you remember the indoor practice facility memes? Like Cincinnati plays outside in Cincinnati because their owner's too cheap to put a roof on the stadium and too cheap to buy a indoor practice facility.
Yeah, dude, the most famous pictures, they have a little, milk crate that they set the microphone on for press conferences. Najee Harris, round
It's
5.
the crate.
Is he even going to get red zone touches?
Najee? Probably not. Jalen Warren is much more of a little freight train than Najee.
I'm seeing defensive line up here already.
Hold on, there are
Not
defensive
in the
players in
draft.
this league?
Oh, yeah,
It's
IDP.
IDP. You didn't see that?
No.
Well, luckily, only 2 have been taken. And
I thought that was a kicker. Hold on. Man.
I'm surprised Daryl hasn't grabbed the.
The second defensive player off the board is Foyesade Ulakan. What the hell?
Hey, he in fantasy last year, monster. So I wouldn't hate too much on that.
Yeah, but when you've got TJ Watt, you've got Mason Crosby, you've
This
got
is-
all these studs, that's not where I think you go. But hey,
That's what I'm saying.
power to that guy.
The first one was Micah, and okay, sure, Micah Parsons, top 3 defensive player in the league, but then you don't grab Max Crosby or TJ Watt. What? I'll
And now
gladly-
comes the run on defensive players.
Zach, I think you should draft Rasheed Rice.
He's draft Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah. Dude. RIP. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to say RIP because it's way too early to make Kyrie Jackson jokes. It's way too early. All right? And I'm holding myself accountable. And
Okay,
we just
Are
got
you
on.
going to pick him with this selection? Is that where you're going with this?
how can you tell? And we got on Rico's ass for shit like that. Then again, Rico didn't make a joke. Rico was just being Rico.
Let him be himself, man. He is. I'll give Rico credit where credit is due, and it's not too much for him. He has found his audience.
Yeah, a bunch of
He's
fucking,
found the old school, make football manly again. Don't put the Guardian caps on the helmets, da crowd.
See,
And he's also got the idiotic high school parents who think their kid has a shot of going D1, even though he's a 6-foot offensive tackle. So they pay him to review the film like that's going to give him a recruiting boost.
I was a 6-foot offensive tackle. No.
You go D1. If Nick Saban had just seen my tape.
I emailed it to
See ya.
him.
I was 5'8" when I played, so I was a 5'8" center.
You've seen Rudy, haven't you?
He was offsides.
That's a quick little topic. What's y'all's favorite sports movies? You could say
Favorite
football.
sports?
Blindside. Like I know a
Yeah,
lot of
Blindside by a mile.
Blindside.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing to say in 2024.
I don't give a hell. Shit, it's a good movie.
I've never seen it all the way through.
Well, it's got Sandra Bullock, and it's got the fattest man on the planet who, look, I get they're portraying an offensive lineman, but they didn't need to make him that big. I think Orr took a little bit of exception to that.
That's probably why they sued him. I wasn't that fucking fat, assholes.
I didn't say shit.
I ran a 4.940. What the hell?
This shit says I ran a 7. What is that?
Ramondre Stevenson.
I was looking at him. I was
He's like
Debating.
the only playmaker that the Patriots have, though.
yeah.
Like, who else do the Patriots?
That means he could get a lot of points for fantasy.
I know they got James Polk from Washington, who I'm exceptionally high on, but I mean, who else? Nobody.
Amari Cooper.
You said Amari Cooper right after I asked that question. I was like, Amari didn't go to what? What are you talking?
Roquan Smith, come on down.
Not a bad.
Damn.
Not a bad.
Kind of
pick.
lucky for that one.
Hey, man, I'm a big Roquan guy. I'll go to war for him and Frank Gore. Like,
Are
it's
you-
more of a conversation than people want to have.
Do you follow David Miller?
I do, yeah. I was on one of his team preview episodes.
Have you heard? Apparently, Roquan had some not so great stories when he was in Chicago around women. Have you heard anything about that?
I haven't, but I don't make a habit of looking into personal lives unless they pop up on my feed. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if these guys were womanizers. They're millionaire athletes. But if it's worse than that, then no, I haven't heard anything like that.
Well, yeah, the only time I heard about it was because I follow David on Twitter. But he is the kind of guy, and I'm not shitting on him. He seems like a great dude from the content I watch. He does make good content. But he's immediately like, if you're called a rapist or
guilty.
anything, you're that. And you're nothing but that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, no hate to the dude. Everything I've seen about him is great, but
I just noticed we don't have a defense.
Z. Z.
Look, look,
Z.
look,
Z.
look, look.
What are we talking
What are we doing?
What are we
What
Okay, in the other 16-man league, we all have a defense, and some people have two.
Dude, he just had a flip out about it not being team defense and IDP, and then 10 minutes later you're here going, "Oh, guys, we don't have a defense."
By the
Like,
way, Justin Tucker off the board.
I didn't
First
even-
kicker to go.
Justin Tucker off the board.
Let me get Young Hoku.
It's pronounced Young Wei. I thought,
Gonna
it
be a
was,
cold day.
Would you
in
like some
hell.
glasses to go with that?
dude. No, I said it's pronounced Young Wei Koo. It's not spelled Young Wei Koo, but every time he's on the field, they're like Young Wei Koo going up for the kick, and I'm like, his name's pronounced Young Wei. Thank God, because
Ooh, Christian Kirk's still available.
Christian Kirk in Jacksonville. Ooh, that reminds me of a receiver that is also in Jacksonville. Has he gotten picked yet? Brian Thomas?
Brian Thomas should still be on the board. I think Kirk
He has
is
not
the
been
first
picked.
Jaguar receiver on there.
Ooh, there's actually a decent amount of.
There's a good amount of receivers still available.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going receiver, though. Chubb is back on the pup list? What is going on? Oh, he's still recovering from that ACL?
Yeah, it was not good. Like he might be
His
back the
tail's a-
first 3 weeks of the season, but it was
Steel's
just as bad.
already bad enough injuries.
It's actually worse. That is as bad as I've seen a knee.
Dude, the amount of pushback I always got, and I'll always have these memories of saying Nick or Derrick Henry is the best running back in the league, and everybody was like, you clearly haven't watched Nick Chubb play football. I have. Derrick was better.
Nick Chubb was like good 3 years ago.
No, he's good every season. The problem is he plays maybe half the season.
That's what I was saying. I hadn't seen him much at all like last season. So
There goes Brian Thomas.
I shouldn't have said anything. The hell?
yeah, he's watching your stream.
Got a loyal viewer in the draft. Thing with Nick Chubb, if I need a running back to give me 5 yards straight up the middle, I'd probably pick him over Derrick Henry just because he's lower to the ground, got a lower contract balance. But outside the tackles, Henry's way better. Better than everyone.
God, I'm gonna miss him.
Hey, you got Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard and Tajay are going to be a disgusting duo, but it says something when you need two running backs to replace the production of one. It's like what the Rams are doing. Aaron Donald retires. Okay, let's get 4 players in the draft that'll replace him on the D line.
I don't think it's going to work, I'll be
My
honest.
phone stopped going off. That would be really nice.
Because they got
Another fantasy group chat is fucking popping off right now, apparently.
They got Braden Fisk, who I was pretty high on, especially after the combine. But ever since the ACC championship, I think Braden Fisk, I was like, that could be a nice little day 2 guy. And I think they got Jared Verse, didn't they?
Yeah, they got Verse in the first round. Him and who is the rookie last year who had 9.5 sacks for him? I'm blanking on his name.
Oh
defensive-
my God. Yeah, he's a defensive tackle. What is his
He's kind of
name?
a hybrid. I'll look it up.
I think they had two rookies that were killing it on that defensive line. He was a defensive rookie of the year candidate.
The guy I'm thinking of is Kobe Turner,
Kobe
who
Turner.
was a defensive tack, but they run 3-4, so he's kind of outside. And there was some other dude too.
Here's Keenan Allen.
What do you think, honestly, what do you think the ceiling for the Bears is this year?
The ceiling and what they could actually be are two very different things. I'll get the disclaimer out of the way and say I don't think Gabe Williams is going to be great day one, and he's not going to be great later in the year because when he played outside in college against good defenses, he kind of struggled, and Chicago is a brutal place to play as a quarterback.
Hey, I'm
But
hoping
the ceiling, if he's as good as advertised, they win 12, 13 games and compete for the North.
I am hoping he is not good day one because we play them week one.
I have high hopes for Jeffrey Simmons.
Did you hear what he said he was going to say to Caleb when he sacks him the first time?
Probably something which got our pal David Miller complaining on Twitter pertaining to nails.
Dude, yeah, he said, I'm just going to look at him and say, painted nails and walk away. And like, yeah, I rolled my eyes. But yeah, David retweeted it with, are we actually still doing this? And I was like, you're a little mad. You're a little upset.
I like that he's doing it. It is objectively funny on both ends because at one end it's kind of new age of the NFL. On the other hand, you are going to have the old school guys just viciously crapping on him every time they sack him. Like
Yeah.
the Bears play the 49ers this year.
Do they?
Because if so, Nick Bosa is going to have some words.
Oh my God. First of all, he's a black quarterback. Second of all, black quarterback who paints his nails, dude.
In an election year,
What are they
So do I
doing?
complete the Chicago linebacking duo of yesteryear and get TJ Edwards in addition to Roquan Smith?
Oh my God, they do play the 49ers. Week 14, they play the 49ers.
That's post-election too. Nick Bosa is either going to be mellowed out or you'll.
Oh my God, dude. If Trump wins, Caleb Williams might fake an illness.
Hey, give me a Kamala wins. He's faking an illness. You know what? How a rageful Nick Bosa who thinks the election's been stolen for the second straight year is going to be like. He's going to orchestrate a defensive player of the year season from the month of November onward. Like he's going to break the single season sack record by 5 at least.
I'm hoping for that because the discourse and the memes and the jokes will be fucking hilarious. And he doesn't, dude, Z, have you heard any of this shit about Nick Bosa?
No.
So it started, I think he was caught liking some edgy Republican humor Instagram pages. So everybody slapped him with the white supremacist label. It could be more
All
of
right.
that. Probably, but I haven't looked that deep into it. But he doesn't help himself.
Oh, he
when-
leaned into it.
Dude, when the Eagles and Chiefs played each other, and someone asked him like a couple days later, they're like, "So who are you cheering for in the Super Bowl? Like, where are you gonna be watching it from?" He said, "I'm not." And everybody's like, "Oh, because it's two black quarterbacks, isn't it, Nikki? Isn't it, Nikki?"
I think that might be a reach, though.
Possibly.
Yeah, that's just him being tilted. He lost, but
Yeah.
he's had the little red hat on. I'm pretty sure. I know Max Crosby just posed up with Gardner Minshew and some practice squad wide receiver with Trump, which predictably got Raiders fans a little bit upset.
I wouldn't expect Max Crosby. Then again, Max Crosby kind of like associates himself with guys like the Bussin' with the Boys
right.
podcast. So I'm not entirely.
The good barometer is if they're getting featured at the UFC events, sitting out in the crowd, they're probably voting red.
Listen, I don't care if you like the Bussin' with the Boys excuse for it. I don't give a fuck who you take a picture with. But if your excuse is, but it was the 45th president, like I had to take really? That's your reasoning? Really?
Hey, you got to get the bag with whoever is famous.
I'm
Well, yeah.
kind of on board with them. Like they definitely are Trump supporters, and they're 100% using that as an excuse. But Obama, Biden, Trump, Bush, maybe not Bush, Clinton, nah, maybe not Clinton, but any of them with the opportunity, I'm taking a picture with them. Without a doubt, that was the president.
Oh yeah, I am too.
Without a doubt.
See,
Kayvon Thibodeau.
I saw Kayvon Thibodeau. I was going to ask you, how's Tristan feeling about that D line? Because that D line looks a little nasty, depending on what Kayvon's going to do.
I imagine he's high on them. The only time we've talked about the Giants recently is him being so depressed about what he's seen from Daniel Jones in preseason.
Like
he went from saying they were going to win like 7 to 9 games to like 6.
Yeah, no,
Just
I think.
on a DJ preseason game.
Oh no, I thought y'all put out that tweet, but I think it was Bengal who put out a tweet saying like, "Yeah, man, I was thinking, 7, 8, 9 wins, but then after the preseason, I'm thinking maybe 4."
Hey, man, I've been saying it since day one of the offseason. DJ Burns, Brian Burns, it doesn't matter. The Giants are winning 4 games. They're going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL.
And it's because they gave Dimes that fucking bag. They gave Dimes $45 million a year. Holy shit.
In retrospective, it's not that bad, but still, you're paying mediocre quarterback money for a bottom 5 quarterback.
I think it's bad just because of how the Saquon stuff went down. They should have paid Saquon first, and I will take that to my grave. I may have a little bias just because Saquon is one of my favorite players of all time, but he very clearly should have gotten that contract before Dimes.
I agree with you, but I also think Saquon probably wanted out of New York because they were just putting terrible offensive lines in front of him on MetLife turf.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. And now he's going, well, how is the Eagles' offensive line doing? I know Jason Kelsey's gone.
I should remember his name because I've talked about him a bunch of offseason. They drafted a guy who played guard for him most of the previous 2 seasons who was supposed to be the Kelsey replacement. Now they've moved him into center. So they should be good. The line's still good. They're getting a little bit older at tackle with Lane Johnson. Like, he's probably going to decline a little bit this year, but still got that Samoan rugby player at the left side. Still got good guards. The center was a functional right guard in the NFL, so he should be all right snapping it.
Hey, if it works, it's the Eagles. So they pretty much, they've had a great offensive line for the past decade, pretty much. Yeah. Outside of maybe
since
they
drafted
seasons.
Kelsey and Johnson, they've been in business. Who was the tackle before the current dude on the left side? Because they had another great tackler they moved off of in the last 5 years.
Are you talking about Jason Peters?
Yeah, that's it, Jason Peters.
Yeah. Because I know before Mulata they had Andre Dillard. And you can ask me how fucking good Andre Dillard is. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. I thought it couldn't get worse than Dennis Daly. But then we put Andre Dillards out there. Oh my god. Holy shit.
I don't know what to tell you, man. The Titans have had a good offensive line 1 year in my lifetime. That was the year Derrick Henry went for like 2,000 rushing yards.
Even then, I think it was 14th, maybe. So at best, it was mid. The rest of the time, it's a revolving door of a bunch of washed up old men or guys who cannot stay on the field. For the longest time, I was like, it's not a Titans game if I don't see Taylor Lewan on the field holding his knee, because that seemed like it was happening every fucking game.
Old
knee set his ass down.
Penalty.
Dude, I remember he's the reason I thought so highly of Chandler Jones, because my god, he was getting fucked up by Chandler Jones week 1 a couple of years ago. Chandler got like 4 or 5 sacks on him, and he got booed out of the stadium. And I was like, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's tough.
That's the big fella upstairs letting you know it may be time to hang him up. The game may have gotten a bit too fast for you. Wait, was Will Anderson really drafted that far ahead of Danielle Hunter?
I didn't see where Will got. Yeah, it picked up right here. Where was Danielle?
Yeah, it just went.
Really?
Neil's probably. I like Will Anderson more. I think he's a better run defender, but Daniil's going to have more sacks, more tackles for loss.
which is what you want in this league.
Yeah.
See,
know, if
I'm
you're giving-
very.
Good.
Why did Josh? I get like the sentiment of Josh Allen changing his name, hyphening the Hines and the Allen, but it's just that's going to take so much to get used to.
Well, it's either get used to saying Joshua Hines Allen or keep saying the other Josh Allen.
It's like when
True.
Shaq Leonard, when he changed his name from like Darius. You remember that for the Colts? What is
I
he-
didn't realize he changed his name.
What has he been up to recently? I haven't heard of him in a little bit.
God, I
'Cause-
think it was the Buccaneers.
He was like the best linebacker in the league for a season. He's on
He
the
might have
Eagles now.
retired. It's on the. I think he may have retired.
Did he
Or come
actually?
I know some linebacker retired to spend more time with his family recently.
Leighton Vander Esch just retired, which shocked me, but hit me almost as hard as when Luke Kuechly retired. Who is going to go in the Hall of Fame this year?
Baker Mayfield, second quarterback.
Yeah, Luke's one of those guys who, if he only played 9 seasons, he was good enough in those 9 seasons.
As soon as Patrick Willis got in last year, I was like, yep, he better get in. All right, what am I thinking here?
Blake Corum.
I probably need my third in terms of back and receiver right here. Or my backup tight end, but I think I can wait on that.
I'm tempted to draft Devin Singletary because he probably has sole control of the Giants' backfield this year.
Probably, but
It's
And
not
s-
something you want control of.
yeah. Adonai. I'm looking at Adonai Mitchell. Well, first, is there a back that jumps out to me? You
No,
said
that guy just got his
Singletary.
second quarterback. Baker Mayfield, Jalen Hurts stack.
Oh my god, dude! I did not realize the amount of backs that are just gone. There's no backs left. We do have Brian Robinson though.
Damn you. That's who I wanted.
Yeah, he killed it last year for me, and I couldn't get him in my last draft. Ooh, hello,
Xavier Leggett.
hell yeah. He
Hey.
about to put boy Carolina. He about to put him in a playoff, boy. God, I love the way he talks. I love him so much.
Baby.
How far could I? That might be a stretch though. I don't know. How are we feeling about Adonai Mitchell? You gonna share your little breakdown with me? How are we feeling?
If it's anything positive, just go ahead and leave it out.
Well, there's a reason I've been steering clear of Colts players in general.
That's fair. Who they got back up now?
Actually, I take that back. I got Michael Pittman because I think they're going to throw it to him a ton. But besides the number one receiver, I'd be iffy about any Colts players.
Yeah, and MPJ is a pretty deep root as the number one over there. Fuck it. I might just go Ricky Pearsall. Hell yeah.
Ayuk is signing his contract in about 4 minutes based off that pick alone. I've come to terms with the 49ers. Ricky Pearsall, enjoy your time on special teams.
Dude, I want
Oh my God, we have so many rounds left and there's so few good players.
Yeah.
This is where the real draft begins.
I don't feel great. There's a player that I was looking at, but he's too inconsistent for me to take right now.
It was going with Adonai Mitchell.
You said what?
Should have just gone with Adonai Mitchell.
I was about to say, I think you were going with it. I was like, dude, we got someone in the call. He'll steal that bitch real quick.
No, I'm not going for him.
I'm not
At
going
least
for
right
it.
now.
If he's available next round, I might go for him.
Well, I think he's the number one receiver left on the board, so someone's going to auto draft him.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, there's
Well, maybe not.
5 auto drafts before it's your pick again. So,
Oh,
or 10, actually.
shit. I was actually planning on getting my third defensive player, and I see him right there, who I wanted. And that is tough because he's going to be gone. There's still some good ones, though.
Ezekiel Elliott. Goodness.
Who just
In
drafted Zeke?
2024?
Daryl.
Zeke.
Good.
Hey, if CD's not there, they're going to try to recreate 2016. Can't be too mad at him.
I think they're going to bench Goddard for like the first 2 or 3 weeks.
Are they actually?
Oh, he's not suiting up for any practice, as according to Sleeper. So,
Well, if CD shows up and plays, it'll be as soon as he is available. Like, they're not going to bench CD. If they don't bench CD, they're not going to bench Goddard. I say that's something a competently run team would do. They might show inconsistency and favor towards their star players. That
Yeah.
sounds like a Cowboys thing.
Hey, listen, I'm going to ask for a bit of a respect thing right here. All right, with my next pick, I'm taking Aiden O'Connell. So if y'all could just stay away from him, handshake deal.
I don't know, man. That's awfully tempting.
specifically because you said it, it's super tempting.
Patrick Queen is the one I wanted. I wanted Patrick Queen, but I figured I'd shore up my
He was not
wide receiver and running back room. Who am I thinking about for?
What's up with Aaron Rodgers?
Why is everybody
He's
passing on him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be fine this year. But he just, dude, I don't want that anti-vax.
You don't want that
ashwagandha
locker room.
fucking conspiracy theory shit to get in my locker room. All right.
You feel like
I'm not- Motherfucker, dude.
Who are you
Pat
going?
Fryermouth.
Oh, you're
Fryer
going
myth.
for the monk?
Yeah. I don't know what tight end I'd want. Anybody else I'd pick was already gone.
You got
So,
Isaiah Likely right there.
yeah.
Cole Kmet's not bad. I think he's getting benched though. Michael Mayer, Noah Fant.
Okay, we're
Dawson
just
Knox
going
is getting less play now that they got who's the tight
on
end they
Raven
just got?
Pride. We got it.
They got Dalton Kincaid,
Dalton Kincaid.
who I think win the second
He
round.
he's been gone.
He should not have gone in the second round. I'm just gonna say that.
Now, he
He had 700 yards as a rookie last year, and they got rid of Stephon Diggs.
Did he actually? I guess in fantasy he just didn't do well for me.
He didn't catch touchdowns, so they tush push when they get down near the goal line or give it to James Cook, but
I mean,
he's good.
Yeah. You have James Cook and then you have Josh Allen's a big ass. Like, don't. Probably starting in round 12, I'm going to drop it down to a minute.
how y'all feeling about the Panthers this coming season?
They're going to. They'll be a little better, but I don't even think they get to 5 wins.
They weren't bad defensively last year, but losing Burns hurts that. But they spent over $100 million on their offensive line. They got 2 new receivers, and they got the dude who turned Geno Smith's career around in Seattle and Baker's around in Tampa. I think they're going to be good offensively. And they play in the worst division in football, so I think they get to like 7-8. If
Really?
Bryce Young can make any sort of improvements, like he was the first overall pick for a reason. He was pro ready last year. It's just nothing else in that Panthers system was pro ready.
See, I don't think they get a game on the Bucks or the Falcons.
So I'd say the Saints would give them a tougher matchup because the Bucks defense is kind of going the way of the dinosaurs.
Fair.
It just keeps aging.
I forgot what was said about the Packers earlier.
About the Packers?
Yeah,
I thought you asked about the Panthers.
I did. I was switching a question there.
The Packers could win the North. I think they do win the North.
But let's pump the brakes.
I think
I
they're
get
going north.
Jordan Love's exciting. I get receiver depth.
Okay,
Yada yada.
I get you're a Vikings fan, so you don't want to hear it.
About to gas up the Lions, who are also a division rival, which
No,
the
I
Lions
think-
are much better defensively. They've got a better offensive line. The quarterbacks, if you want to say Jordan Love's better, that's fine. There's not that much of a difference between Jared Goff and Jordan Love. They've got a better tight end, and Amon-Ra St. Brown is clearly better than any receiver, and their running game's much better.
I think currently, from what we've seen, there's not much of a gap, but I think Jordan Love is going to pull away by quite a margin this coming up season.
They're going to have a hard time doing that because they're just going to be running it more with Josh Jacobs. Like, he would have to take such a leap efficiency-wise as a passer to take a statistical leap, which I don't
I've always
think-
had the question, but why name your child Sauce?
His name's
I
not
think-
Sauce.
name.
Okay, good. 'Cause I see Sauce Gardner, and usually I see actual names
Oh, yeah,
on
no,
Sleeper.
I can't hop on you, though, because I thought for the longest time, Haha Clinton Dix, I thought his first name was Haha. So I can't say much about that.
It's a hard decision here. Romeo, oh Romeo, where art thou, Romeo?
Look at Zach Charbonnet. There goes Xavier Leggett. I was looking at Montez Sweat for my third defensive player. That kind of
Yeah, I was debating between Romeo and Xavier.
All right.
Boy,
Now that's
these-
officially passed.
Good players.
Yo, sell me on Dallas Turner.
There's a reason I passed on them.
Really? See, I don't know
I
if
just-
I trust you though.
I mean, I picked Dalton Schultz much earlier than him when he was a high rate tight end. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Eagles players not named Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, or Saquon Barkley
no.
in fantasy sense.
I said Dallas Turner.
Oh, Dallas Turner. Okay. I'm still not super sold on him. Like, I think he's got a high ceiling, but I think year one he's going to get buried by Grenard and Andrew Van Ginkel in Flores' system, so the statistical production is not going to be massive. He was the second defensive player off the board, and I am not picking him to win Defensive Player of the Year as a Vikings fan. This is all in the fantasy context. I think he's going to be good, but I just don't think year one he's a good fantasy selection.
Right, right.
If you get what I'm saying. If you're picking up what I'm putting down here. If the dots are connecting.
I'm definitely picking up what you were putting
Which
down.
is to say I will be picking him the next time he's available to me if it comes down to it.
Same with like right now I'm getting my third defensive player. It's either Leatu Latu or Dallas Turner. Of course I could go DeForest Buckner. Xavier McKinney might have a good season with the Packers, but
I don't know if scoring works, but I feel like Buckner is the best player available.
emphasis on TFLs, sacks, and turnovers.
Gotcha.
I will be right back.
All right. Tough.
All right,
sell.
now that he's gone, let's talk about how stupid of a name Isaiah is.
Let's talk about how fucking dumb that is. Holy shit.
Hey, Troy Franklin, highest rated receiver available. Did you see the Bo Nix rant I went on?
In the chat?
No, on the TikTok.
No, I didn't.
The exact phrase was the ceiling is the basement and the floor is hell. However much you hate Bo Nix, you don't hate him enough. He is going to stink.
See, even with that phenomenal season he had for Oregon last year, I'm still like,
The season was phenomenal until you look closer at it. Like, DJ Uyunglele got absolutely fried for having his average depth of target be a yard deep in the backfield. Bo Nix was not that much better at Oregon. A lot of his stuff was slants, curls, checkdowns, screens, actions out of the backfield. His production came after the catch, which is not great for a quarterback, in my opinion. And he's old, and he's got some injury concerns, and he's on Broncos.
how old is he actually?
25 as a rookie, I believe. I know it was 24 last football season. I'm not sure when his birthday is exactly.
So I was about to say, he was at Auburn when I was in high school. I swear to God. I swear to
He
God, he
played
was.
Justin Herbert in college.
Oh my God, did he actually?
He played, there's some other quarterback. He played Jaden Daniels when Jaden Daniels was a freshman at Arizona State. And Jaden Daniels is old too. Not enough people talk about how old he is, but
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot more. Like when Cam Rising comes out next year. I know he's not gonna be highly touted, but he's been in college football for almost a decade.
it's been a
College football?
college
Yeah.
football. Cam Rising is 25.
Yeah, Cam Rising has been there a while.
Jeez.
And it's because he keeps getting injured, and then you
COVID.
had the COVID season.
Looks
Christian
like he needs to play better and stop getting injured.
just look
So
him
much
in the face and say, "Stop getting injured, pussy. Stop.
Bring me to him. I'll do it.
Just suck it up." See, Leatu Latu could be a force on that Colts offensive line. Or defensive line. I just don't know if I want to take that risk, especially with the injury history.
I'll just give you my thoughts. I would not draft a rookie defensive player. I just take known commodities because you've only got 2 spots.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But this is for my third one, so that risk isn't as.
There are also a lot of bench seats, so
You also got Jared Verse down here, which I think could be good. Khalil Mack is still playing. I keep forgetting that Khalil Mack is still playing. I'm just gonna go.
Had 17 sacks last year.
Just gonna go with it. Yeah, he had one game with 7 sacks, didn't he?
6, and yeah, that was against Aiden O'Connell.
Oh shit! It is me again.
A truly unfortunate moment for Raiders culture.
Listen, I don't want to hear shit about this. All right, I don't want to hear a fucking word. I don't want to hear a word.
How about a nice loud exhale of breath?
I can do that one.
What a nice little sigh. How about a subtweet? How about that? That'll work
People
for me.
really out here selecting Will Levis in the 12th round of their fantasy draft. Couldn't be me.
Yeah, who the fuck?
Hashtag Bozo watch.
My dude really took Bryce Young. Bryce Young and Kyler Murray. He's got the smallest quarterback duo.
Oh man, 4 straight quarterbacks. Not 3 straight. He's Xavier McKinney's pink for some reason.
Hey, maybe they know something we don't. Don't ever let me say something like that again.
Yeah, that was an auto pick too. Unless he just set his whole draft up left.
Jalen Wright in Miami could be a sleeper little running back, but they already got Raheem Mostert and Devon A-Chain. And the
Raheem
passing
is
game is going
so
to be ridiculous.
old.
You said what?
Reem is so old though. If you're worried about health in that backfield because A-Chain got hurt last year and Raheem's like 35, slightly hyperbolic there, but I'd pick up the third stringer there.
I know exactly who I'm picking coming in this next round. And I know I'm going to hear it again. And I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I kind of give a shit. I'm going to be honest. Don't be. Fuck! My fault. I didn't mean to be that loud. Why? Dude, I hinted at him. I hinted at getting Chiggy with this next pick. God damn it. We do have
Actually,
a couple
kinda-
Titans fans in this draft, so I shouldn't be.
I unfortunately need a third running back. There are some other players I'd like to get, but I need a third. And if you spend $100 million on your interior offensive line, you're going to run the ball behind them. So give me Chuba.
I mean, that's not awful for a little third back. It's not awful.
Depends how many carries they give Taylor out of Texas. I don't think Miles Sanders is going to be that big of an issue.
I forgot he's in Carolina. He just completely. I don't know. He played for the Eagles and was good that one season, and then it's just like, all right, where is he now?
So, rule of thumb, I would not be excited about running backs coming from the Eagles if you don't have a top 5 offensive line. So, I don't think Swift's going to be that good in Chicago.
There goes Dallas Turner. I need a backup tight end, and I'm telling you right now, none of them get me excited.
Yeah, there's like none.
Like, there's a couple that it's like, okay, yeah, sure. But you know what's insane? I'm looking at Hunter Henry right now, and the resemblance to Tom Brady, he looks like his inbred cousin.
See that now.
I mean, there's not. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's not awful tight ends left, but it's just like,
I gotta say, my man needs some work on the hairline there, but I'm not gonna say anything else about it.
dude, I saw Hunter Henry's face for the first time last year, and I was like, that is a ugly man. I mean, I can't really say much, but golly.
On the other end of the spectrum from that, I've got a video which has just kind of been sitting on the back burner for the past 6 months about which NFL players actively tried to looks max. You cannot tell me Travis Kelce did not get some minor surgery done to his jaw, has not
For
been
sure.
vigorously mewing for the past 2 years before asking out Taylor Swift.
Probably.
Because if you look at the photo of him from college versus him now, it's a shocking difference.
You think he got that Matt Rife treatment?
I could see it. I could see it. It wouldn't shock me one little bit.
Hey, Matt Rife has said that he's never had anything done, even though I don't believe him.
Dude, well, you saw, I don't know if you saw, but he got pretty pissed off when a doctor just jokingly said he had plastic surgery. So, I don't know.
It sounds like projection. So, doctor could have been telling the truth.
See, I didn't realize he just released a new special. Like,
Yeah, that was like recent. I saw that the other day.
yeah, and it's pretty much, I found it hilarious, not to turn this into like shitting on Matt Rife, but his like first Netflix comedy special, he didn't do any crowd work, and at the end he was like, yeah, I just do crowd work, right? And that special was
Yeah.
awful. It was,
But then the second one, he did a lot of crowd work,
Yeah,
so that makes up for it.
which I'm kind of proud of him because he just listened to people who said like, dude, do crowd work, you're good at it, so why wouldn't you do it, right? But
Yeah.
it's just funny to see him so cockily say like, oh yeah, I just do crowd work, boom, look at this, I'm funny. No.
Justin Fields off the board.
You thought he'd be further?
Yes, I thought I'd be further. He's a backup quarterback.
Oh, you are dead set. Have they said they're officially starting Russ?
No, but the signs indicate. Then again, the signs don't indicate. Russ and Justin both look terrible.
I forget. First of all, Taylor Heineke is 31 years old. I was not aware of this. Second of all, he went to Old Dominion. A quarterback from Old Dominion almost beat Tom Brady in the playoffs. That's insane to me.
The same year, Brady absolutely manhandled Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes. Taylor Heineke almost knocked him off.
I did, yeah, because they almost lost to. Don't know if they were still the Redskins at that time, but they almost lost. And then
That
it
was
like,
the only year they were the Washington football team. They're undefeated in divisional play as the Washington football team. They have won
They
every
ever
single
get a
division.
new name?
Commanders.
yeah, they're the Commanders now.
That was the only year the football team existed and they were successful with. That was the best team they've had in a long time.
That's
Went
a better
7-9,
name than
but
Redskins.
Well, the reason they changed from Redskins wasn't because it was a bad name. Well, I guess a bad name, but not for a reason of like, why would you name your team? Well, the reason why would you name your team that? You know what? I'm just going to tell you. It's because a lot of people were upset because Redskin is a bit of an offensive term, depending on who you ask.
It only took him like 40 years to think of that.
But now, I think there is a Native American group that wants them to change it back. And they've signed a
Good.
petition and everything.
That's what we're all about here.
I personally think they had a litany of good. I think they should have been the president and changed the logo every 4 years.
That'd be fun.
Hardcore
Change it
commitment
to the
to the bit.
president.
Exactly.
That'd be funny.
Like they'd currently be the Bidens. 4 years ago, they would have been the Trumps. 4 years before that, they would have been the Obamas for 8 years. They could have been the Bushes. They can now either be the Kamalas, which it's very progressive to have the first female mascot, or they can be the Trumps, and I'm sure that would do better from a jersey sales standpoint.
Oh my
This
God,
is
dude.
just printing money, which they didn't capitalize on.
Every old white fan who continues to bitch and call them the Redskins, if they get named the Trumps, holy shit! You see how much merch? You see how much merch Trump pushes already. Could you imagine if he?
I mean, you already know of the Trump stores.
Mike Williams, huh?
If he stays healthy and is the number 2 on a pass-centric-ish Jets team, it's not bad.
How's the backfield for the Jets looking? Because I know it was pretty nasty.
It's Brees Hall, and it's a rookie who's like 5'3", but
Is Akawanabam or whatever his name was? Is he? Still
I don't think he's still in the rotation. God, I need another quarterback. It might be time to call Michael Penix down.
there? MPJ, come on down.
Oh, there goes Deshaun Watson. Oh man, Taysom Hill. Do I still get bonus points if he winds up playing quarterback and I have him as my tight end?
I think so.
Hmm.
I'll double check that. Braylon Allen, Isaiah Davis, and yeah, Abanakanana is still there. Xavier Gibson, that's the dude that was the undrafted cat who scored that return touchdown the first week, wasn't it?
I believe so. Did you see the return Puka Nakua's brother had in preseason today?
No, I didn't.
Someone missed a field goal. He took it 108 yards from the back of the end zone and got pushed out of bounds at the 1 yard line by a defensive or an offensive lineman who just stayed in the play.
Damn, Noah.
He weaved out of traffic, probably ran close to 200 yards to get down there, and he got hawked by an O lineman.
Good on that lineman.
Good on him. And the other guy there actively contributing to the play was also an offensive lineman.
That's what you want out of your lineman.
Yeah,
Chasing
it's
somebody
preseason.
109 yards.
You're desperately trying to prevent a score. You're trying to make the roster. You see a field goal not go the distance and get returned, and you're down there at the 1 yard line as time is off the clock, pushing him out of bounds. Those guys made the team.
Yeah, 100%.
Give him a little Buckeye on the helmet or whatever the Saints give out or Seahawks give out for effort. That is a shame that they don't have that in the NFL. Little stickers on the helmet. I get it's a college thing, but now the transfer portal's opened up, it's just not as big. We are losing our heritage.
Jack, are you gonna run the timer down to 1 minute?
I probably am when it comes up to my next pick. Probably lower it to 130, and then if we're still,
Think you can lower it down to a minute?
yeah. Logan Wilson, huh? All right. Full question: who is my tight end gonna be? I'm looking at Michael Mayer, but I don't know how much play he's gonna get. With Brock Bowers being there now,
Get Jatavian Sanders.
yeah, a rookie, and they don't even say he's the starting tight end.
He's not, but he was an athletic freak in college, so.
Cade Otton could be fine. Zach Ertz is still in the league. Holy shit. Gerald Everett drops everything. Logan Thomas is still in the league. Every time I go into a fantasy draft, I end up finding names where I'm like, those guys are still here. Why not? I'll take a cheeky little risk on Jatavian. And then we're gonna lower. I'll do a minute. Hopefully that didn't fuck with too much. Probably need third. I'll take Devin Witherspoon. Devin Witherspoon. The Seahawks really tried to rebuild the Legion of Boom and then got rid of the father of the Legion of Doom. Legion of Boom.
Talking about Sherman, or are you talking about one of the safeties? So I know Earl Thomas kind of became a head case, and Richard Sherman also became head case, and Cam retired.
See, my goat for the Legion of Boom is Cam Chancellor and will always be Cam Chancellor. Probably just because he was my favorite player on the Legion of Boom. Oh my god, dude.
I never liked Cam Chancellor, not because of anything he did, but because he kept taking Harrison Smith's first team All Pro spots.
Fair. Is he still there for y'all? Is Hitman still there?
He can't be. He's been retired for like 5 years.
Is he actually? Am I that dumb?
You may be looking at someone else. Because Cam Chancellor has been out of the league for a while.
Oh no, I'm saying Harrison Smith.
Oh, Harrison Smith's still hanging around. Yeah. This is probably his last year. I think he announced that this is his last year.
That's what I'll say. Still probably not great anymore, but
Yeah.
that defense y'all had the year of the Minneapolis Miracle, that was a fun defense to watch.
Yeah, it's getting fun again, but that had Anthony Barr, had Floyd, had Everson Griffin,
The good year of Xavier Rhodes.
the great year of Xavier Rhodes.
Dude, I thought he was going to be like a top 5 corner for the next couple of years, and he fell off a cliff. He had like the Josh Norman kind of career.
Yeah, I think it was better than prime Josh Norman because he actually would line up in man more often than Norman did and just lock people up. But that's how it goes. Wound up on the Indianapolis Colts, and that was the kiss of death for his career.
Dude, it's really... Z, do you remember the Minneapolis Miracle?
No.
It's when Stephon Diggs caught that last second catch on the sideline, kind of tiptoed and took it all the way for a touchdown in the divisional game.
I've seen that happen a few times with a few different people.
Well, I'll never forget where I was. I was in the middle of a bowling alley, and my brother made fun of me because I was just staring at the TV with my mouth, with my jaw on the floor.
Pulling another Predators absolute save kind of cry.
Ivan Pace, what a pick.
I've never heard of Ivan Pace in my life.
He was very good as a rookie out of Cincinnati, undrafted. That might be the Vikings homerism, but I think he had the highest PFF linebacker grade of any rookie ever.
Oh, look at that, taking Rashad Bateman.
Yeah.
What do I need here?
Now I don't know to pick. I didn't expect my turn to come up that fast. Oh.
I think I'm going to round out my starters, and then we're just going to work on... depth. Oh no, I'm dumb.
I don't even know who this is.
Not bad.
I know we're in the 15th round, but man, all these guys are not exciting.
Is Kate Otten starting for the Bucks? Do you know?
I don't think so.
No,
He's either not starting or he's starting and playing a significantly diminished role.
Well, he's always been that guy where you're like, Kate Otten, who is that? It's like, he's had a decent season. He's all right. I didn't even
Believe
realize
he started.
you got Cooper Kupp. I didn't even see that. Quinnen Williams.
Yeah, I did get Cooper Kupp. I was so confused. I was like, no, I don't. I forgot I drafted him.
I forgot the Jets have Quincy Williams and Quinnen Williams. So I saw you got Quincy, and I was like, Quinnen Williams is not a line. Is he lining up at? Are they lining his big ass up at linebacker this season?
Boy, I am not excited about any of these. I'll just keep stacking Bengals. So if Joe Burrow throws a touchdown, I'll have somebody who catches it.
Hey, who was that white boy that had a great season last year for them? Long hair. You know what I'm talking about?
What a way to pose that question.
Who's that one bite boy who put it down swaggy sexual style?
Don't ever fucking put it like that.
Who was that one honk you had that shit on? But
Who's that one
I could
fucking
not go.
cracker out there?
I
Let
didn't
y'all
want
have
to
that.
say it.
That's all y'all.
Yeah, we say it with an A, Jackie. Come on now. RDR is a bit aggressive.
I don't even see his name. Cole Burgess sounds pretty white. Cole Burgess is a white name, but it's not Cole Burgess. And he's not even white. Next year, I'm going to try to figure out a way to incorporate offensive line. Then we'll really get cooking.
I don't know about that. I think I may be passing on that fantasy league participation.
Yeah,
What
just
is the scoring metrics on offensive line?
pancakes? Duh.
Yeah, pancakes. There are some guys who absolutely suck but get a lot of pancakes. Like they cannot
Wilson.
protect the quarterback for their lives, but are just menaces in the running game. You go sacks allowed. Is the defensive thing where if you don't allow any sacks, you get 10 points?
Yeah, no. I think it's you start off with like 10 points, and every sack or tackle you give up, or every time you're beat, it's like minus half a point and a point.
That feels incredibly subjective.
I was just about to say there's still some pretty good kickers left up here, but they drafted one of them.
Ooh,
Against my religious beliefs to take a kicker this early.
it's late enough to where
Early? I mean, I took a kicker
Final
pretty
two
early,
rounds are when I take my kickers. There are still skill players who I will cut by week 5 on the board. They're calling to me.
20 seconds.
Theo Johnson, you're looking real appetizing. Brent McDuffie. That person has gone Cam Bynum, Brian Branch, and Trim McDuffie 3 rounds in a row. They are building quite the secondary.
Ooh. I forgot the Panthers have Deontay Johnson now. Because I was like, Jonathan Mingo is still on the board, but
It's their wide receiver 5.
oh yeah, hey, look, your boy KJ Osborne is still up there, huh?
I don't know if I consider KJ Osborne my boy.
Kadarius Toney is still there.
Hmm.
Ooh, Tutu Atwell, actually.
If the NFL actually suspends Rice for a good amount of time, which they won't, the Kadarius Toney pick could be good here in the 15th round, 16th round.
Michael Thomas, I keep forgetting Michael Thomas. Is Michael Thomas still here? Like, still in the league, playing?
It's a good question.
That's the question.
Ooh, actually, there are some interesting receivers that I'm seeing that I'm like, that could be something, but I'm not totally convinced that it could actually be something.
So who the hell auto picks Sam Darnold?
Hey,
That was a massive overpick too. They had him below Spencer Rattler and Gardner Minshew. Man,
hey, yo, I'm not saying I would have picked him, all right? But
I would have. That was my next pick.
Yo, he got Sam Darnold and he got Dimes back to back. Hell yeah, brother. Do
What are we
you?
doing?
Same dude who drafted Bo
Bo
Nix.
Nix.
I know it's on auto. That is a disgusting quarterback.
That cannot be auto draft.
Yo, we gotta have
That
him on the
auto
pod.
draft, that man has been burning TI-84 calculators or something because the technology hates him. Oh my god.
That is disgusting work.
I almost want to pick a quarterback here because I'm sure he might go quarterback to round out the draft if I don't
shit.
get one. Oh man,
You still got good ones. You got Spencer Rattler up there.
you laugh.
KB's in Chicago now? I didn't know KB got to Chicago.
Look at Gardner Minshew, come on down.
Fuck yeah. Get that Mississippi mudflat, baby.
Mm. That Washington State legend.
The one.
Now we start looking at kickers.
His picture on Sleeper is fantastic.
Dude, he got his rookie season. He was killing it in Jacksonville. And he got offered a porn like a porn sponsorship, like a cam website. And I think his PR team was like, "No, yeah, we're gonna put that down."
I was gonna say, I hope he took it.
Well, he's in Las Vegas right now, so they may not say no next time. That'd be very on brand for the Raiders.
I think Las Vegas is like the only town in the U.S. with a legal brothel or some shit like that.
Yeah, there's
Based on the
probably-
last time I was in Seattle, I'm pretty sure they have some sort of legalized adult work, but
Yeah, you're up there in
See,
Seattle.
the most I saw in Seattle was vegan strip club.
a vegan strip club.
What the fuck is a vegan strip club?
Don't ask me. I don't know.
Strip club, which defeats half the purpose of going to the strip club, because I don't know how well versed in the ways of the world you gentlemen are. I used to work as a bouncer. I'll get that part out of the way. As a bouncer at a strip club for a few weeks in college. They had some very good food. The food at strip clubs is legendarily good. I understand why Lou Williams left the NBA bubble in 2020 to go to Magic City and get some wings. That is a believable story. Strip club food is amazing. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they hire felons who know how to cook who can't get jobs anywhere else there. But strip
So
club food,
the only reason we didn't go was because one of the guys got into a relationship like recently before we went. It was like 2 years ago. So
boo. Tell his beautiful partner, listen, I'm not going for the women, but they've got bottomless, boneless wings for a relatively affordable
Hey,
price.
you're talking bottomless wings? I might be there.
I might be there too. Boy strip?
Strip club? No.
Strip club? Oh, I
Buffet?
asked Tristan, how'd you enjoy Nashville when y'all came down?
I probably enjoyed it a little bit more than him. He's not that big of a party guy, but it was a decent time.
Did you go down Broadway at all?
Yeah, I went down Broadway 2 nights.
Hmm.
Bars
there
are a little
Friday.
bit crowded, but
Yeah, I went a few years ago with a buddy who was coming into town from Virginia, and Broadway was so packed. It was like a Wednesday night.
they
That
get
was
out.
Friday night. But
On weekends,
Jesus.
I know I got someone who lived there for a while when he was in college, but they get active on the weekends. Weeknights, it's still thousands of people just milling around the street, but you can barely walk on weekends.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, no, my lady works in Nashville, and I would DoorDash. And when it got 5 o'clock, I could barely get anywhere.
I got lucky when I went to Nashville Friday because I just parked around the stadium and walked to Broadway because it was like a 5-minute walk. But then I got my ears blown out, so
It's loud too. I've never been that big of a fan of the country type bars. And
They're-
that's all they have. They got a few quieter speakeasy type places, but it is a lot of honky tonks.
we went to a few honky tonks. There's like 3 on Broadway. And then we went to a gay bar because one of the girls we were with really wanted to go there.
See, I'm not a live music in a bar kind of guy.
Well, it depends on who's singing because when I was there Friday and
Oh
There
my
was
god,
somebody
I completely
singing.
forgot. I was wondering why I was on auto. I completely forgot that I had 2 fucking picks. God,
I figured you were just giving up. But when I was there Friday, like there was some dude singing at the top of a bar, and he should not have been.
He should not have been. It's a diplomatic way to put it.
Yeah. All I heard was ah, and I was like, no, bro.
I'm Miss Ilamazo. That kind of energy.
Yeah.
Did you really bring up bullshit pay, working long hours?
Not even the lyrics, just the inflection. Like I could see that guy 12 drinks in being an absolutely well average for the location, but terrible singer on Broadway.
Hey, we're not all bad.
Yo,
Just
Daryl.
most of us.
Daryl made a video of that song, and I find that line so funny. Where he's just fucking and the obese spending welfare on fudge rounds. Holy shit! I
5'3",
prefer Nutty
300
Buddies.
pounds is an impressive physique, I will say. Like a few inches taller, you put that hand down the dirt, you're stopping the run. You're not a 3-down player, but you can see some minutes in the rotation. All right, I need some good kicker analysis here. Do I go Matt Gay or do I go Kai Fairbairn?
I was thinking Matt Gay.
I'll leave
Looking
it
at him
for
for my
you.
last pick.
Get all the
Damn.
Houston Texans.
Hey, go Nick Folk.
Jack Campbell, that's aggressive.
Damn. Auto pick got me there.
Well, the world's you got that fucking song stuck in my head, and I hate you for it. People like me and people like you. Look at that little kicker run that just went on.
There's Matt Gay.
I'm so mad about that, dude. I'm so mad about that. Because I had a plan for my last 2 picks, and that just fucked it up.
I just thought you were just gonna let it run.
Boy. Hey, Cooper DeJean's still on the board. I will not be picking him, but he's there. Oh, man.
Hey, we got to represent, all right? There's only one of them in the league. We got to represent.
It depends how you want to count the defensive backs, or the safeties, the high IQ defensive backs, aka the guys who are too slow to play man coverage. Need Harrison Smith to come down and convert. I think he could have played cornerback in his younger years if he really needed to, but he has never been great in man coverage if he does not get a good 5-yard back pedal. He does not break on routes well. Trying to think who else. The Broncos drafted some dude in the 3rd round who I think is still playing cornerback. So that's something. Giving good looks in the practice squad.
Arnold Abicati. I am not stoked about my wide receiver room. I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting team. It's a terrible team compared to the other ones I've drafted, but the other ones I've drafted have not been in 16-person leagues. So.
Damn, I was going to draft Cooper DeJean just for the hell of it. Or Sexy Dexy. That might not be a bad pick.
Draft Reed Blankenship.
Ah. Is Rodrigo even on a team right now?
Who?
Rodrigo Blankenship, the kicker with the glasses, used to be a Colt. I thought he got cut.
I was about to say, I didn't even know he was still kicking.
Well, more power to him. Gentlemen, thank you for having me. I wish you luck in your fantasy endeavors, except, of course, when you play me.
Of course, I appreciate you joining up, brother.
I wish you luck for everybody else but me.
Hopefully, I did not yap too much on the stream. Anyway, take care.
Take care, brother.
Peace out.
All right. Decent.
What a team.
Draft.
What a team.
How you feeling?
Not good at all. Every time I had a player that I wanted, it was always a CPU auto pick that took that player.
Oh, and by
For
the way,
most of my team.
anybody watching the stream or watching the video that was My guy Tristan, he's with Thick Man Inc. They make sports content on TikTok and YouTube. Go search them up. Make great content.
Sir.
I'm not excited about my wide receivers. I'm really not. I might pick one.
I'm
up in the
fine with
waivers.
mine.
I'm cool with my starters, but when it comes to depth, I'm not at a great position. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do.
Gotta get Amon-Ra St. Brown the ball. I'll do fine.
CJ Gardner Johnson. They really had me auto pick CJ Gardner. I'm not keeping him. I'm not keeping him.
Motherfucker over here, like immediate cut. Delete. Looking like, who am I going against? Oh, I've got a bye week. Just me HP.
You got a bye week problem?
No, I mean I'm going against the guy with Bo Nix.
Oh damn! You should take care of that. No problem, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, as I said, y'all, Red Light Homies coming out tomorrow, noon p.m. I appreciate y'all tuning into the stream. Z, you want to plug anything?
No, I'm good. You know, if you catch me on this stream, we'll probably throw some Valorant in someday soon. Other than that, catch us on Red Light Homies tomorrow. I just spent the last 6 hours editing the podcast,
So fucking watch it.
yeah, you better fucking watch it.
Appreciate y'all tuning in.